My building here in Chicago has 12 floors. Pretty standard stuff, right? But the elevator, it has a secret. There's this big, polished mirror on the back wall, and it doesn't always reflect what's real. Most of the time, it's just me, staring back at my tired reflection. But when I look at the floor indicator reflected in that mirror, it shows 13 floors. Not just sometimes, always. The physical panel next to the door clearly lists G through 12, no 13th floor button. No mention of it anywhere, just in the mirror. I first noticed it a few months ago, late one night coming home from work. I thought I was just exhausted, my eyes playing tricks on me, but the next day, it was still there. That ghostly 13 shimmering in the reflection. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a manufacturing defect, a weird optical illusion caused by the lighting. I even asked the building manager about it. He just laughed and said, "This old building, it's full of quirks. Probably just a weird angle," but it didn't feel like a quirk. It felt intentional. The strangest part, it only gets weirder. Every single night, at exactly 11:59 p.m., the reflection changes. The mirrored number panel, the one showing 13 floors, flickers, the 12 vanishes, and the 13 lights up, bright and steady, as if the elevator has been summoned to a place that doesn't exist. The real buttons, the ones I can touch, they stay dark. Nothing changes in the physical world, just in the mirror. It's like watching a ghost story play out in a silver screen I can't escape. I started to get obsessed. I'd find excuses to be in the elevator at 11:59 p.m. I told myself I was gathering evidence, trying to solve a puzzle. I'd record it on my phone, but the video never quite captured the unsettling glow of that phantom number. It just looked like a weird reflection. But I saw it. I knew it was real. I'd stand there, heart pounding in my chest, watching the clock on my phone tick over. 11:58, 11:59, and boom. The mirrored 13 would light up, a silent invitation to nowhere. The air in the elevator would feel colder, heavier. Then, at the stroke of midnight, it would fade, and the 12 would reappear in its place, as if nothing had happened. One night my curiosity got the better of my fear. It was a Tuesday, I remember, because I'd just finished a huge project and was feeling reckless. I got into the elevator at 11:58 p.m. as usual. At 11:59, the mirrored 13 lit up. But this time, I didn't just watch. I reached out and pressed my finger against the cool glass of the mirror right where the phantom 13 was glowing. For a second, nothing happened, and then, the elevator jolted. It wasn't the usual gentle hum of movement. It was a sudden, stomach-lurching stop. The real panel was dark, no buttons lit. We were stuck between floors. My blood ran cold. Then, with a low groan, the elevator began to ascend. Not down to the lobby, not up to my apartment on the 9th floor. It was going up, past 12. I could feel it. The soft ding that announced each floor was silent, but the subtle shifts in pressure told me we were climbing higher than the building should allow. The real floor indicator was blank, but in the mirror, the numbers were climbing. 10, 11, 12, and then 13. The elevator chimed. A sound I had never heard before, deeper and more resonant, and it stopped. The doors didn't open. I stood there, frozen, staring at my own terrified face in the mirror. Behind my reflection, the mirrored interior of the elevator looked different, darker. The polished steel walls seemed tarnished and old. I was too scared to turn around and see if the real elevator car had changed too. I just stared into the mirror, and that's when I saw them. Faintly at first, then with horrifying clarity, figures began to appear in the reflection, standing behind me, pale, shadowy people with hollow eyes. They weren't there when I got in. They weren't in the real elevator. They were only in the mirror. I didn't dare move. I didn't breathe. My heart felt like it was going to explode. The figures just stood there, motionless, their empty gazes fixed on the back of my reflected head. The silence was absolute, suffocating. It felt like an eternity, but it was probably only a minute. Then, with the same deep resonant chime, the mirrored number 13 went dark. The elevator gave another lurch, this time downwards. I watched in the mirror as we descended, the phantom numbers counting back down 12, 11, 10. It stopped at my floor, the 9th. The real 9 on the panel lit up. The doors slid open to my familiar empty hallway. I scrambled out, not looking back, not even daring to glance at the mirror again. I ran to my apartment, locked the door, and slid to the floor, shaking. I haven't been in the elevator at 11:59 p.m. since. I take the stairs now, even with groceries. Sometimes, late at night, I think I can hear that deep, resonant chime echoing up the stairwell. I tell myself it's just the wind, but I know what it is. It's the elevator making its nightly stop. I just hope that one day, the things I saw in the mirror don't decide to step out. Because this building has 12 floors, but the elevator knows a secret. And I'm afraid I'm part of it now.